How do you feel about the crime in Camden?
How do I feel about that?
Yeah.
Hanging out on the corner, robbing somebody, stealing somebody.
There's a lot of robbers?
Oh, man. Been that by the street at night. Just get dark and walk by yourself.
It's good. It's fine. I was born and raised here. I've been here all my life.
The crime?
Right, the drugs, the drug dealing, prostitutes, which is connected to drug dealing, all that stuff. The abandoned houses that are being sometimes destroyed by vandalism.
I overlook it.
Oh, okay. Why do you overlook it?
Because they ain't gonna get any better.
Well, crime is connected to poverty, and poverty is connected to a certain injustice that prevails, and a place like Camden is treated with colossal injustice, particularly environmental injustice, and the creation of a concentration camp of poor people in order to protect real estate values in suburban America will set up the situation for huge crime. And people who have opportunity do not necessarily engage in a lot of crime. It doesn't mean that people who are rich don't commit crimes, but in terms of crimes of burglary or that kind of thing, or assault and so forth, don't usually happen. So I'd say that I feel angry that there should be such a place as Camden, New Jersey, in the United States. I feel very upset by that. It's not fair to the children, and the children are totally innocent, and they're raised in situations that are unfair for them, and they deserve beauty and they deserve nurture, and places like the ghettos of the United States are no place for children. That's my take on it.
How is the poverty in Camden?
Now you got poverty everywhere. It's hard to find a job, man. It ain't working. I'm in trouble.
A lot of people wouldn't give up their houses. They bought them. They paid for them. They ain't gonna give up their house after they pay for them. They ain't not gonna offer enough money.
I got 3 college degrees, so I can't get any job.
You can't get a job?
There's such a thing as age discrimination, even though it's illegal.
Camden is the place where things go when nobody else wants them. It's the place that has the dark side of the American dream, and it's a true indicator of American economic progress.
You got sick and everything.
All the people getting jobs out of town. They come in and go up before it gets dark.
Do you feel that all these factories in Camden are causing air pollution, and how do you sense the pollution?
The most deadly element in environmental pollution in the city is the idling diesel truck, which is coming out from the ports and the scrap yards and so forth. That's very, very bad for the air. There's huge dust problems in inner city Camden, or in Camden all over. There's colossal injustice in terms of the facilities that are placed in Camden that are destructive. St. Lawrence Cement, which is a facility that pays no taxes, and it pulverizes a residue from furnaces in Europe brought here by ship and then pulverized into a substance that reduces cement by 50%. That dumps 50 tons a year of dust in its neighborhood, this neighborhood here. So there's stuff like that. There's a facility not far from here that grinds cars into giblets, and the dust of that iron dust is in the air. The prevailing winds blow from the river across Camden. They bring the dust onto the people, so it's a terrible problem. So.
Well, I called the gas man one time when I was troubled with my heat, and he said there's so many different odors here that it can smell like one odor, like gas, for example.
So just the odor smelled like gas.
Right, there's
and it
so
wasn't
many
really
different
gas.
kind of odors combined, it's really a bad smell.
A lot of the most heavily polluting industries have tax abatements, so they're not even paying taxes to the city of Camden. And a lot of the industries are also a part of a really long stream of scarring the land with different brownfields and Superfund sites. And I think that the businesses should realize the seriousness of their crimes affecting the water table and the children's potential imagination of seeing the earth as good. And most of the time I'm really annoyed with how things smell, and I feel like it's really horrible that a lot of politicians have just blatantly dumped every sort of polluting industry down in South Camden that you know, isn't desirable for other locations. So that's not good.
Forget the paper bags, forget the trash. That CCUMA.
What is that?
The water treatment plant where all your shit and piss and everything goes into in Camden, down here on 4th and Ferry, down that way. The sewage. Woo!
And you smell it, and it's terrible.
Sometimes you gotta close the window. It's a bad smell.
Is the pollution affecting the residents' health?
It's polluted, and they offer people to move because the pollution was killing. It's giving them cancer.
You know that trash is steam plant down there killing people.
It's killing people?
You know, that stuff get out in the air and that pollution. You know.
So it's a lot of pollution.
Ain't let me kill them.
Oh wow.
Killing people slowly. When I was a chemist in the army, I know. You know, they moved that there, they got the nuclear plant right there. You know, all that waste is burning. You know, it's killing you slowly.
I see a lot of children with asthma, like really severe asthma, and you know, a lot of people around the neighborhood have really shortened lifestyles, but I think, I'm sorry, the life expectancy in the neighborhood is lower than surrounding areas. I think it's very important to remember that a lot of the hardships that people face are also related to economics and race, and you know, there's a lot of interwoven problems that are compounded with dumping on the poor, dumping on people of color. So it's really definitely all over the country. This is the trend that factories dump on places where people aren't capable or don't have the resources to really fight in the same manner that other areas do.
Cancer and emphysema and all that.
So people have been getting cancer and asthma because of the sewage plant?
Because of that smell.
You had to move because of the
smell.
because of the smell?
Yeah, the
But
sewage.
were you getting sick off of it too?
Oh, sick beyond belief. Asthma, upset stomach, chest hurts. See, like that.
Oh wow.
That's the reason why pollution. And I got the machine at home
Oh wow. A machine?
where I get the best.
It affects a lot of people. Yeah, day after day, if you live there, you know.
Despite everything, do you feel there is still hope for Camden? And where have you been able to find this hope?
Well, I think the fire club has tried so hard for the last 34 years since we've been here, and I think it's a lot better with that. New homes that they're renovating now, selling for low price. I think that helps.
Who's renovating those homes?
The Heart of Camden,
Heart
which
of
is
Camden?
connected with Sacred Heart Church.
Most of the time, I'm gardening with kids and enjoying growing beautiful things and reclaiming the earth. And
Not just the people of Heart of Camden, the people that come to church here that during Mass, they're so instrumental in donating. Fire Doyle calls it 3 M's: money, material and lust.